Extensive factual history of Abel Alier Kwai in Sudan and South Sudan. Early life and education. 1933 and 1959. Honorable Abel Alier was born on June 23, 1933, in Baidit Payam, in former Bor district of Upper Nile province in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, now South Sudan. He was born into the Dinka ethnic group, specifically from the Dinka Bor community. His father was Kwaikut Ajak Thiong from Baidit of Bor County, and his mother was from Anidi Payam of Bor County. Alier was fortunate to receive formal education during a time when educational opportunities were extremely limited for southern Sudanese. He attended Malik Elementary School, which was established by missionaries in 1904 and served as a center of learning for the entire southern Sudan region. After completing his primary education, Alier attended the renowned Rumbek Secondary School, which educated many future South Sudanese leaders. His academic journey continued when he attended Wad Sina School in northern Sudan. Demonstrating exceptional intellectual ability, Alier gained admission to the University of Khartoum, where he studied at the College of Law, graduating with an LLB degree in 1959. This made him one of the first southern Sudanese to complete higher education during this period. Early legal and political career, 1959 to 1969. After completing his law degree, Abel Alier established his own private law practice in Khartoum, becoming one of the few southern Sudanese professionals in the capital. His legal background and intellect caught the attention of authorities, leading to his appointment as a magistrate, and later as the first Sudanese judge of southern origin, a groundbreaking achievement given the marginalization of Southerners in government positions. In 1964, Alier became actively involved in the Southern Front political party from its foundation. The Southern Front advocated for the rights of Southern Sudanese within a unified Sudan. Through this platform, Alier represented Southern interests at the Round Table Conference in 1965, which was the first serious attempt to resolve differences between North and South Sudan after the 1955 Southern Uprising. In 1968, Abel Alier was elected to Sudan's National Parliament, representing Bor South constituency. He served in Parliament until 1969, when the government was overthrown by General Jaffa Nimeri in a military coup. During this period, Alier further enhanced his education by pursuing advanced legal studies at Yale University in the United States, where he earned his LLM, Master of Laws, degree in 1965. Rise to national leadership, 1969 to 1972. Following Nimeri's coup in May 1969, the new government sought to address what was then called the Southern Problem, the ongoing conflict that had emerged shortly after Sudan's independence in 1956. Recognizing Alier's credentials as a respected Southern intellect, Nimeri appointed him to several ministerial positions. He served as Minister of Housing and later as Minister of Works in 1970 after Joseph Garang's execution. In 1971, Alier was appointed as Minister of State for Southern Affairs, a critical position focused on addressing Southern grievances. This appointment was welcomed by many Southerners who trusted Alier's commitment to their interests. On October 13, 1971, President Nimeri elevated Alier to first Vice President of Sudan while he retained his Southern Affairs portfolio. This made Abel Alier the highest-ranking Southern Sudanese in the national government, a testament to his political acumen and Nimeri's desire to demonstrate commitment to Southern representation. The Addis Ababa Agreement and Southern Regional Government, 1972 to 1978. Abel Alier's most significant historical contribution came through his pivotal role in the 1972 Addis Ababa Peace Agreement, which ended Sudan's first civil war, 1955 to 1972. Alier was sent by the Sudanese government as head of the delegation to peace talks in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. On February 27, 1972, the Addis Ababa Agreement was signed. The agreement, which Alier helped negotiate, granted regional autonomy to Southern Sudan, creating the Southern Sudan Autonomous Region. The agreement was a milestone in Sudan's history, bringing temporary peace after 17 years of conflict. Following the agreement, Abel Alier was appointed President of the High Executive Council (HEC) of the Southern Sudan Autonomous Region on April 6, 1972, effectively making him the first leader of an autonomous Southern Sudan. This new regional government was based in Juba. Simultaneously, Alier served as second Vice President of Sudan from 1972 to 1982, maintaining his influential position at the national level. During his tenure as president of the HEC, 1972-1978, Alier focused on institution building and development in southern Sudan. His administration achieved numerous important milestones, built critical government infrastructure including the parliament, ministries, and the longest bridge in South Sudan, Juba Bridge, promoted educational development, including secondary schools and higher education, established the University of Juba in 1975, which was inaugurated in October 1977. His leadership from 1972-1978 is widely regarded as the most peaceful and development-oriented period in southern Sudan's modern history. Alier's governance style was characterized by moderation, careful reasoning, and a focus on southern development within a unified Sudan framework. Political transitions and later government service, 1978 to 1983. In February 1978, Joseph Lagu replaced Abel Alier as president of the HEC. However, Alier returned to this position from 1980 to 1981, continuing his development initiatives for southern Sudan. Throughout these changes, Alier remained second vice president of Sudan until 1982. By 1983, the Addis Ababa Agreement began to unravel as President Nimeri introduced measures that undermined southern autonomy. The most damaging was Nimeri's imposition of Islamic Sharia law throughout Sudan in September 1983, which effectively abrogated the Addis Ababa Agreement. This led to the outbreak of Sudan's second civil war, which would last until 2005. Legal career and international recognition, 1983-2000. Following his departure from government, Abel Alier returned to his legal practice. His reputation as an international jurist grew, and he was appointed to the Permanent Court of International Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands, a prestigious position that recognized his legal expertise. He became known as Sudan's most prominent Christian lawyer and an advocate for human rights, particularly for Christians in predominantly Muslim Sudan. In the early 1990s, Alier authored his influential book, Southern Sudan, Too Many Agreements Dishonored, which critiqued the failure to implement various peace agreements in Sudan's history. The book analyzed how the 1972 Addis Ababa Agreement was dishonored by Nimeri, as well as subsequent failed peace attempts, including the Khartoum Peace Agreement of 1997, between the government and Dr. Riek Machar's faction. The book's title became a famous phrase used to describe Sudan's pattern of breaking peace deals. Role during the Second Civil War and Peace Process, 1990s-2005. Although Alier was not directly involved in the SPLM-A liberation movement during Sudan's Second Civil War, 1983-2005, he maintained significant influence as a respected elder statesman. From his position in Khartoum, he used his international connections to assist the SPLM-A in obtaining support and maintaining diplomatic channels. Alier helped facilitate negotiations between the SPLM-A and the Khartoum government on several occasions. He maintained communication with Dr. John Garang de Mabior, the SPLA leader, whom Alier affectionately referred to as his nephew, supporting Garang's efforts in both armed struggle and diplomatic engagement. These efforts contributed to the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, CPA, signed in 2005, which ended the Second Civil War and eventually led to South Sudan's independence. The CPA was signed by John Garang shortly before his death in July 2005. Dr. John Garang Investigation and Election Commission, 2005-2010. In 2005, following the tragic helicopter crash that killed Dr. John Garang, newly appointed first Vice President of Sudan and President of the Government of Southern Sudan, Abel Alier was appointed to head the committee investigating the circumstances of the crash. The committee's work took them to Uganda, where the crash occurred, to investigate the possible mechanical failure that led to the crash. During Sudan's historic 2010 general elections, the first multi-party elections in 24 years, and a key milestone in the implementation of the 2005 Comprehensive Peace Agreement, Abel Alier served as chairman of the National Elections Commission, NEC. In this capacity, he had the critical responsibility of overseeing the electoral process that would set the stage for South Sudan's independence referendum the following year. On April 26, 2010, Alier announced the election results, declaring that incumbent President Omar al-Bashir had won the presidency with 68% of the votes, while Salva Kiir Mayardit had won the presidency of the government of Southern Sudan. Role in independent South Sudan, 2011 to present. After South Sudan achieved independence on July 9, 2011, Abel Alier continued to serve his country as an elder statesman. In April 2017, President Salva Kiir appointed Abel Alier as co-chair of South Sudan's National Dialogue Steering Committee, alongside Angelo Beda. The National Dialogue Initiative sought to address grievances and promote reconciliation amid the civil conflict that had erupted in December 2013. During his swearing-in ceremony on May 22, 2017, Alier emphasized the importance of inclusivity in the dialogue process, stating, "I would like to assure all the people of South Sudan that my team, given political capital from the leadership, will ensure inclusivity, integrity, and transparency of the national dialogue process." Alier stated that dialogue means converging rival parties, highlighting his commitment to a genuine peace process rather than a political exercise. During the Equatoria Regional Conference in August 2019, he called for substantial solutions to governance and economic challenges facing the country, urging delegates to not only express grievances, but also provide recommendations for building a just and prosperous nation. Legacy and historical significance. Now, in his 90s, Abel Alier Kwai has been a continuous presence throughout the modern history of Sudan and South Sudan, spanning the colonial period, independence, civil wars, peace agreements, and the birth of South Sudan. He is often described as the Obama of South Sudanese political history, or the Nelson Mandela of South Sudan, for his moderate approach, bridge-building ability, and commitment to peaceful resolution of conflicts. Alier's achievements are numerous and historically significant. He was one of the first Southern Sudanese to receive higher education and enter the legal profession. He became Sudan's first judge of Southern origin, breaking barriers for Southerners in the legal system. He rose to become Vice President of Sudan, the highest position held by a Southerner before the 2005 CPA. He negotiated and implemented the 1972 Addis Ababa Agreement, bringing a decade of peace to Sudan. As President of the High Executive Council, he laid the foundation for South Sudan's institutions, including the University of Juba. His book Southern Sudan, Too Many Agreements Dishonored, provided critical analysis of Sudan's pattern of breaking peace agreements. He served at the Permanent Court of International Arbitration, gaining international recognition for his legal expertise. He chaired Sudan's National Elections Commission during the critical 2010 elections. Abel Alier is remembered for his personal attributes, including his honesty, humility, competence, diligence, and philanthropy. His ability to work effectively with both Northern and Southern Sudanese, while maintaining the trust of the international community, made him an exceptional leader during some of the most challenging periods in Sudan's history. Through his long and distinguished career, Abel Alier Kwai has an indelible mark on the legal, political, and social landscape of both Sudan and South Sudan.